Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to take this video because there's a lot of confusion of what the Ringside Pass is. And I want to explain how it's different than the typical Season Pass. Now to help me is the Smackdown Hotel's website, because they have a full breakdown here, so we're going to be reading through that. Big shout outs to them. And then I'll interject here from my experience with Battle Passes, like in games like Street Fighter 6, a couple free-to-play games like Fortnite and other games, and how it differentiates. So if you're new to Battle Passes, stick around because we're going to explain everything. Let's get to the news. Alright, so the WWE 2K26 Ringside Pass, I have a strong feeling is going to function a lot like Rivals of Aether 2, which is an awesome PC game that plays a lot like Smash Brothers. In fact, I think it's the best Smash clone, and the way they approach their Battle Passes, it's probably the best that anybody does. And so I think 2K is going to be very similar to this, so big shout outs to them, how they have it structured and everything. It's almost identical to what it sounds like for the Ringside Passes. So I just want to show you this. If you're unfamiliar with what a Battle Pass is, this looks like it's a pretty good example. So I just wanted to show this to you. Alright, so they have all these different active events, and they only last for, this one lasts for one more day or 22 hours, but just like WWE 2K26, and what the plan is you can change between each event. So every event they've had for this Battle Pass, you can go back and activate. And as you play through, you can go through it and claim rewards once you've done enough like in-game actions, played enough matches. However 2K wants to do it, like execute this type of moves so many times, play online so many times, team up matches, whatever the theme is for that current Battle Pass. So this one is the La Lucha Infinita. I believe it's for a new character. And as you see, you get in-game currency, you get paid currency, you get a cool, I believe it's an arena or a platform to fight on. So this is just an example of what the Ringside Pass is probably going to look like. So big shout outs to Rivals of Aether. We're going to continue on here and just keep going. So typically, each Battle Pass will have a certain number of levels or completion rewards. So this has 21. I believe the 2K26 one is going to have like a total of 60 different, I want to say like, of these things, but each one of them will have how many of these you can go up to. So they might go all the way up to 100 and have 100 different rewards. They might have 10. We don't know yet, but that's how it works. So as you play across all modes and you earn enough points, it'll have this claim rewards. But what Battle Passes typically have is they have a gold tier. So this doesn't seem to have a gold tier, at least not on this screen. And what it does is there'll be another tier just like this below it, and the only way to get the stuff in that tier is to have basically paid to have access to that tier. And in Battle Passes, typically you can also purchase an entire tier of the golden tier, and then that'll include the regular tier also. So if you had enough money and you just wanted to skip on having to unlock all this stuff, you could essentially give them the money to just buy that whole thing. So you unlock everything right away. I don't know if 2K26 is going to do that, but considering it has virtual currency that you can purchase, I'm sure they're going to have that as an option. So you can just skip the entire season, or I think that's what they're calling it in the 2K26. So you could skip this entire season and go right to the end of it wait until the next one comes out. So let's say you're 3 or 4 behind because you got the game late and you just want to catch up all the way to the current one. You could go back and probably use virtual currency to purchase the whole thing. So you don't have to sit there and try to grind through each single one. Now we don't know what the grind is, but if they're 2 months apart and they're going to probably want to try to make it last for that full 2 months, there's probably going to be a lot of stuff in there. I feel like it's going to be a lot of like virtual currency. They might have a new introduced in-game currency for like an in-game shop, kind of like they used to have back in like No Mercy and the old wrestling games where you would unlock everything. I feel like that's the route. They're trying to mix that old storefront in the old No Mercy games or game and trying to modernize it with a Battle Pass. It sounds like they're taking that old idea, that old concept, and turning it into a Battle Pass. So I really hope this visual look gives you an idea of how it's going to function. So anyway, I just want to throw this in here into the video just to give you a visual indicator without seeing it, just talking about it, probably doesn't make a lot of sense. So here we are over on the Smackdown Hotel. They have a full breakdown and guide for this entire season pass / ringside season pass thing. If you've played the NBA 2K games, you probably know what you're getting into. I don't play those, but I have experience with battle passes, which that's what this sounds like. So we're going to go through and see how 2K is trying to do it this year. Now, we don't have every single detail, but we have the basics here, which will really help us when we get into the game. So if you're unfamiliar with battle passes, in Street Fighter 6, every couple of months there's a season, right? And it has these rewards. And you unlock it by playing online, doing matches, playing in the story mode, and you get points for every single match you fight or win, or just challenges to stuff you do, like doing X amount of moves. I don't know how a wrestling game's going to do it. Probably winning matches, same thing. Executing so many top rope moves, pretty much like they probably have it set up in my faction, is my guess. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that. But what's cool about this, though, is that it's across all modes. So it's not just tied to my faction. It's not just tied to the island. It sounds like you'll be able to do this in any of your favorite modes across the board, which will make it a lot faster, unless they put the grind there that makes it take forever, which will make this thing live or die. If it's overly grindy and the rewards suck or are too hard to get, people aren't going to play it. And so, or they're just going to be mad and try to get through it. So it sounds like there's going to be a lot to do in WWE 2K26. In fact, if you play a lot of other games like I try to do, this game might end up taking all of your free time. So we'll have to wait and see how this turns out. All right, to start off, they have it set up as WWE 2K26 Ringside Pass. How many Ringside Pass seasons are there in WWE 2K26? It says the free tier of Season 1 Ringside Pass will feature the in-game unlockable superstars and legends previously available in the WWE 2K Supercharger. The premium tier of each Ringside Pass will feature 4 brand new DLC superstars, themed rewards, and limited time challenges. With 6 seasons, that means at least 24 new superstars. So that's pretty cool. But I don't like how you have to play through this. If I'm reading this correctly, you can't just, once the DLC drops, you go get your wrestlers, play as them, and you're done. It sounds like you're going to have to play through this. But do the Ringside Passes expire? Let's continue reading. Ringside Pass seasons don't expire. So if the next season is live, you can still play through the prior season to keep unlocking content. See, that's huge for this. Especially since you're paying for it, right? Especially the paid stuff. My only concern about this is if you haven't gone back and unlocked everything that you paid for when the next game comes out and they eventually shut the servers off, are you SOL? Or is there like a speed up option? Hopefully this doesn't encourage virtual currency spending to speed up the process, which I have a feeling that's going to be there. So be prepared for a lot of microtransactions. It says, of course, only one pass can be active at a time, so you need to equip an inactive pass to start racking up ringside experience points, RXP, towards the rewards. Okay, so what game was this? There was a game that had battle passes. I believe it's Rivals of Aether. They have a battle pass system set up, but you can go and pick whichever season you want to go for, and then you can play through it. So you have to activate it. So if there's one that's inactive, let's say you move on to the second one without finishing the first one, you will no longer earn points in that first season. Whatever season you have active is the one that you'll be earning points for. So that's a little confusing, but hopefully that clears it up. It says, is there a season pass in WWE 2K26? Yes, the season 1 through 6 of Ringside Pass Premium make up the complete season pass, featuring all DLC superstars. Do special editions include Ringside Passes? Yes, the special editions of WWE 2K26 include the following. King of Kings includes Ringside Pass Premium Season 1, so you get the first season. I believe Street Fighter 6 did this too. You could buy like the gold tier of the season. So the way battle passes work in other games, especially they're mostly in free-to-play games, is probably to get you to continue engaging with the game and to get you to spend money and just do stuff so they can build up that playtime hours and engagement metrics that they love for their investors. Anyway, so typically there's a free tier which has free rewards, and then there's a paid golden tier That's how it works in Street Fighter 6. And that golden tier, once you pay for it, you still have to play through it, but you can also spend money or in-game points. I forget what they're called. They're like tokens. I think it's like Street Fighter tokens in there that you can purchase. And you can speed up the process and go to the next level. Because in each season or tier, there's levels to it. And so you could buy 10 levels. Let's say the max level is 100, right? And every 10 levels you unlock something big. So you could spend your points or your currency points to go 10 levels up each time. That way it encourages you to spend money and skip through the whole thing right away, which it looks like they're going to do here. We knew they were going to do something to make up for the lack of last gen. It sucks that it's a battle pass. I never thought in a million years we'd get a battle pass in a paid wrestling game that comes out every single year. That blows my mind. However, if they do it right and it's not overly grindy, like I said at the beginning of the video, it could be a lot of fun. It could give us something to do because you can earn points across all modes, not just my faction and not just the island. That's actually really cool. It's going to be like the old wrestling games where I had the in-game shop, but this is just a battle pass instead. So there's a lot of wiggle room here that they can move with, as long as they don't get overly pushy with microtransactions, because to me that could really damage the game. In Street Fighter 6, they locked almost all of the creation parts or the new outfit parts or attire parts for your created character in the story mode behind the battle passes. And if you didn't finish the battle pass, the season, you can't get those parts anymore. They're gone. Like they had a cool season pass, or I keep mixing the two. They had a really cool battle pass for when Mai Shiranui came out and Terry Bogard to the game. And if you didn't finish it to get those creation parts, it's over. I don't know if you can go back and get them now. That's been way past when they came out. I'll have to go back and check. But as far as I know, you missed it, they're gone. They might bring it back in a random season, but they're gone for now, which really sucks. And I know that Fortnite is notorious for this too. But it's to incentivize you to keep playing the game. The nice thing about 2K, as we read earlier, is that you can go back and finish these whenever you want, whenever you have free time. So it is still respecting your time. There won't be no FOMO thing. If you miss something, you're like, oh, I miss SOL. I can't get my favorite version of Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man. No, it's still there. You can go back and get it. So you're good. All right. WWE 2K26 DLC packs. Below you, good lord, I can't read. Below you find details on all the WWE 2K26 packs, including all 6 Ringside Pass seasons and the DLC packs coming with the special game editions. WWE 2K26 Ringside Pass Season 1. Planned release March 6, along with the game. Oh, cool. So when the game comes out, we're going to have that first Battle Pass ready to go. That's cool, because that gives us something to do right away. Includes playable superstars, free tier, in-game unlockable superstars and legends, and previously available in WWE 2K Supercharger. So if you're unfamiliar with what the Supercharger is, basically that will unlock all the in-game, it doesn't really do it anymore, but it's supposed to unlock all the in-game unlockables. They stopped doing that completely because they want you to go play the modes to unlock stuff, but it does unlock quite a bit of stuff. So there's that. And then it says Premium Tier 4, brand new DLC superstars to be announced. Ringside Pass Season 2 starts in May. So March, April, May. So we got 2 months, like I said, every 2 months. And they're all $10 US for each Ringside Pass. Is that how much the season passes were? Because I always just buy the whole thing all together. I never really look. And then that starts then. It says 4 new superstars. Ringside Pass Season 3 is in June. Again, 4 new stars. And a bunch of different challenges and probably stuff you can earn. Season Pass 4 is August 2026. Season Pass 5 is all the way in October 2026. And then Season Pass 6 is December. So the December one will probably go all the way until 2K27 comes out, unless they finally just keep building off of this game, which I don't think they're going to do. I think as soon as these games launch, heck, probably right before they launch, they're already working on the next game. So there's that. So hopefully this helps you understand what the heck the Ringside Pass is. It's literally a battle pass. And depending on how they do it and how grindy it is, this could be a lot of fun, or it could really hurt the game. So hopefully they find a good middle ground to where they can earn more money, but also not insult players that have spent $150 supporting their game this year, because there's gonna be a lot of angry fans, I think, if this is really grindy and doesn't respect people's time. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sound off comments below. If there's any more confusion, feel free to ask me. I'll try to explain it as best I can. Hopefully this made sense, because it is kind of confusing if you have no idea how battle passes work. Luckily, I've played a few games with them in it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sound off comments below, and as always, stay frosty.
Who's getting